truly studied the scriptures and should have known that Jesus was prophesied before he came, and everything pointed to the fact that he was the Messiah, the Son of God. They didn't kill Jesus because they didn't like him. They killed him because they considered him a blasphemer. And at the time, any blasphemers in the house at the time were worthy of execution. So the crucifixion wasn't something that was, very unique to Jesus Christ. The crucifixion was very popular. Many people were crucified before Jesus and even after. We're even told that Peter was crucified upside down. So it wasn't necessarily the crucifixion that we should be focusing on, but rather why they crucified him. The fact that they thought he was a blasphemer, that he couldn't possibly be the Messiah, he couldn't possibly be equal to God, and that is where they were in error. And some of us Christians still don't fully understand that Jesus is God. Some of us think that, he was sent by God, he might be a prophet, he might be a high priest, he might be a messenger, but he's not equal to God. And if Jesus is not equal to God, then why do we stand here? What is the point of our faith? And so, when I think about this short prayer that Jesus prays on the cross, I think about all the people in my life that I walk with, talk to daily, that are walking in ignorance, and I haven't done anything about it. I don't recognize the urgency over their lives to tell them that they're in ignorance, to preach the gospel to them. Because we never know when our day is coming. We never know when their day is coming. And if we allow people to walk in ignorance, unfortunately, they will perish. That is the fact. There's no turning back. When they die, they can't come back. They can't say, Father, forgive me, after they die. And so we don't only celebrate the death of Jesus and the resurrection of Jesus just every year, once a year during Easter. We celebrate him every single day. And how do we do that? We allow his light to shine daily within us. But not only do we allow his light to shine, every opportunity the Lord gives us to minister, we have to do it. We have to put ourselves aside, put our feelings aside, and tell people of the goodness of God. Tell people of the fact that he died on the cross for our sins, and he allowed us to come boldly to the throne of grace. And regardless of what the world says about, I pray to God. If you don't have Jesus in your life, you're not praying to God, because you don't have access to God if not for Jesus. And this is a reality that the world needs to recognize. That you can't say that I pray to God and God hears me and God is taking care of me if you deny his son. So I challenge us all that in this year, in the years to come, whether we're celebrating Easter in church or not, we will always have the burden of the cross on us, recognizing that people are perishing. And woe will be us if when we get to the Father and he tells us that someone else's blood is on our hands. We don't want that. I would rather be ridiculed. I would rather be cursed. I would rather be seen as someone that's weird than to allow anyone in my family, in my life, anyone that the Lord puts encounter with me to perish because they are ignorant of the fact that Jesus is Lord. So, in closing, I pray that we would all recognize that we're all evangelists. We all have the call of God over our lives to preach his gospel, to preach the good news, that not only did Jesus die on the cross, but he also resurrected. Amen. Amen.